This is a deck that is worthy of these sleeves. The longer it fights, the stronger it gets. And of course, I'm talking about the new Gold Paladin. So, in my opinion guys, this deck is the most perfectly balanced deck currently existing in the Vanguard universe. Simply because it has perfect offense. Well, I say perfect. It has a really strong offense. Ridiculously strong offense. Ridiculously good defense. And also a way to fuck over Link Joker. So let's get right into it. First, we play. Obviously the 4 Gurguits. You cannot not play this. This card is a star. It is so good. I'll get into his effects later. I mean, the first effect on strike count +1 to top 4, Superior Call 1, and gains +2 gear, then shuffle your deck. That's important, but his Gem Break 2 is just as important now that you can make your soul like 10 cards easily. So I'll get back into it in a bit. Next we play Dongal. Dongal is quite a good choice. Now, this is my friend's deck, this is Aisha's deck, and his logic behind it was quite obvious when I was playing this deck. It hits hard. It hits really, really hard. Now, personally, I would play Grandad's Scissors because Grandad's Scissors allows you to screw over Link Joker. And since this deck is one of the very, 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 very few decks that can screw over Link Joker and still have huge offense, I would definitely go with Grandad's Scissors as the backup. However, this card, since I was not playing any Link Joker yesterday, this card proved to be quite good because I hit numbers. Although riding it does suck because it becomes a 10k base vanilla Vanguard which does not do anything for you. Next we play for Paramore. Paramore is really, really insane in this deck. Gem Break 1 when it's placed on the rear guard, you can count +1, look at top 3, Superior Call 1 into the same column as this unit, and then put the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. Then Unite, it gains +2000 power, which means 11k attacker. Now, why is this so important? If you Superior Call him during Scourge Point turn, say you did it with Gurguit, he will be on 13,000 power, +5 from Scourge Point, so that's 18. So when he attacks, he'll be boosted, say, by a 7k, right, with +5k. So that'd be 25k. Will that be 25k? No, it will be 30k. My bad. It'll be 30k. So it goes off +18 is 30. Then if you get a stand trigger, you can restand and swing for 23 again, which is really good. And this is Scourge Point turn. This is like your first stride that you do this on. If it's boosted by this, you're hitting like ridiculous numbers. 28 the first hit. No, it's gonna be more than 28. Oh no, it's going to be 28. No. It's going to be 33 because +5k from Scourge Point. 33, and then again 23. Did I get that right? That does not sound right. Oh well, let's move on. Like, now you basically going to hit ridiculous numbers. Oh no, that is right. That is right. Yeah. Okay, next we play Marcia. Marcia is another card that goes screw you to a certain matchup, and that matchup is Kagero. With their Denial Griffins, they feel they're so strong. Oh look, we can retire you on attack, haha, your big numbers don't scare us, Sanctuary God. Well, fuck you! Yep, Marcia has Resist, and she's a key card. At the end of the turn, if you are in Unite state, you can put it into the soul and countercharge, which means you both refill the soul and also refill counterblast, so you can keep going. Don't stop believing. Next we play for Bulurgal. This card in Unite when it attacks gains +5k. So kind of the reasoning for this card is quite obvious. You make huge plays, huge columns, and yeah. So this is the card that makes your swings hit hard during first, second, third, constant, basically all your strides. Next we play 4 of Candace. Okay, this is a normal PG which comes with a starter deck, and it's worded very interestingly. Got that word out eventually. If you read it, the way it's worded means you can use it from the deck. So, Gurguit's Gem Break 2, Cannon +1, Soul +1, look at top 4. If you sack a PG, well, there we go. Screw you, Guild Array. Screw you, basically anything that needs, that nullifies God. Against Laurel, also, you can use this because it can buff God rear guards. And this deck has a really strong counter-charging mechanic. So, yeah. Now, next. My friend plays 4 Shrine Neighbors. I do not argue with it. Because this is the one deck where Shrine Enablers are really necessary because you don't want to be minusing from hand. Because yes, you can draw quite a bit. You can refill the cost you paid from hand, I guess. And that it comes with help from some of the following cards that I'll show you. But at the same time, you do want to pay minimal costs for Striding to punch hard, survive as long as you can, and just laugh at your opponent. Next up, we'll play 4 Jeffries. Jeffrey! We play him not just because his name is fucking amazing. We play it also because the card is really good. At the end of the battle, Unite. At the end of the battle that it boosted, you can put it into Assault. If you do, draw a card. I believe that's how it's worded. Well, yeah. So, why is this good? Because it refills your soul, and it also refills your hand. I mean, this deck can now easily get up to 8 soul, 10 soul. It's not that difficult. There is a lot of cards that go into souls, which makes all of your plays really strong. Because you're not afraid that you'll run out of soul anymore. To finish off, we'll play 2 Cool Gal. Now he wants to bump it up to 3, so my guess is he's gonna cut down on one of the Shrine Enablers. I personally think 2 is fine. I've never felt the need of like, oh crap, I need to top deck a Cool Gal for that extra draw. I was like, I'd rather just, you know, Cannon +1, Soul +1, and look top 4 to Superior God, you know. Good days. So, yeah, this card is really good. Next, Zeros, we play 1 Coil. This basically helps you keep going with Unite. It can help you to search your deck for more units, make either a field, or if you're pushing with Scourge Points, just basically make numbers. So, yeah, really good. Then play 4 heal triggers. G-Guard, you know, kind of necessary. At this point, a heal trigger is more important for G-Guarding than actually getting a 6 damage heal, so... But yeah, heal triggers are self-explanatory, really. And then we'll play 4 Scarface Lionette, or Lion? Just Lionette. Okay, this is really good as well, because there was a few times when, in practice games when I went to also Bristol locals, when I Spirit Gold Lion, and that just gave me extra hand and soul. So this card is insane as well for this deck. Next we play 4 Flame Victories. This card I've used twice, I believe, for the whole day, from the whole day yesterday. And was the payoff worth it? I guess so. I mean, it can provide you soul if you haven't drawn all of your pieces, or if you haven't Spirit Gold your pieces to fill the soul previously. It's kind of like, okay, I'm going to drop a 10k to get more soul to do shit. And then to finish off, we'll play 4 of Gigantic Rinner. So, my friend will replace this for the new stand triggers, just can't find any for some reason, even though he bought like 4 or 5 boxes worth of sneak kits. But let's talk about Gigantic Rinner, I guess, while we're at it. I've used this effect twice, and all I have to say now is his timings are too awkward now. Back in the old Gold Paladin, you would play Poil, which some builds still do. And this color was insane because it can just return, give the cold unit plus 5k, give numbers, so it was quite good. But right now, the timings for this card is too awkward because you need to keep it on the field for next turn. in order to make it worth its while. And there's so many control matchups that even if they're not playing a control deck, they can play cards that can snipe zeros and ones. So this card's just not worth it. You'd rather play cards that work on your own turn. So now on to the Stride Zone. We'll play 2 of the ultimate fuckboy, Gurguit. Gurguit, that card. This card, not single-handedly, but it gave the kind of the super huge push for Gold Paladins to become, in my opinion, top of tier 1. Because this can create huge numbers and you have Marcia to get the resist, so screw Denial Griffin. Even if they defeat Flay, you're still hitting numbers. So this card is quite redonkadonk, and he gains a lot of power himself, so your Vanguard swing is huge. So not only do they now need to worry about the rearguard swings, but the Vanguard swing is also a really big number. And yes, he has 2 secret G-Res because Blaine is pretty. Alright, then plays 3 Scourge points. I don't think I've ever went into third. I've definitely went into 2 most games. Third kit is there as a backup sometimes if game is stolen or whatever. But yeah, Scourge point is insane because this is most of the time your first tried, since Gurguit's skill can enable the superior calls to start going off. And you just push for high numbers. Oops. High numbers earlier on, so really good. He plays one of this, Ebricus. So I did use him once, but the only reason I used him is because I was losing, and it was like a cry for help. It was like, shit, I need to get really lucky. I need to beat him this turn. Not beat him this turn. I need to survive. I need to maintain board. I need to get something out. My hand was trash as well. It was like full of triggers. So I was like, okay, let's just pray that I get something. And honestly, it did not matter. I still lost that game. So yeah, he's there for these emergency situations because he doesn't need to hit superior call, but he's not the greatest. 1 Campbell. This card might be replaced by the new one. But Campbell is free, so he's quite good in that regard. But yeah, might be replaced by the new one that's on hit count +1. Flip something face up, I believe. Look at... I'm not sure. It basically costs 2 instead of 1. I can't remember the conditions though. Then, play 1 Ray Breath. Ray Breath is quite interesting. I don't think I've used it all day, but I've seen situations where my friend used it. And yeah, it is quite good. I do quite like it. It's not the greatest ability, but... as an in-between stride, it can be sweet. To finish off... Oh, no, not to finish off. Okay, no. Alright, we play 2 Spear Crosses. Spear Cross is quite good now, to be honest. It's kind of to choose himself, turn face up, and... When the student is placed on Vanguard, if the number of face-up cards in G Zone is 2 or more, you can pay the cost. If you do, look at top 5 cards from your deck, search up to 1 card from one of them for each face-up card in your G Zone, and column to separate rearguard circles, shuffle your deck. I really like this card. Now with G Guardians, you can easily get 5 units face-up. If not 4, it's fine. But you look at top 5 and you can superior call a lot of units. This is your... Anti-Kagero refill. Oh no, you nuke my board, or oh no, I put all of my board into my soul. Spear Cross. Aha! Yeah, it's a great card. And once a breeze, if somebody's cheeky enough to go, I'm not gonna ride, you go, yeah, well, you're dead then. Then 1 Dismal. Again, it's another anti-Laurel thing. So, meh. Also, if you want to keep something from getting retired, you can play it. But most decks retire during the main phase anyway, so it's like situational. Then play 2 of Raya. Raya is quite good, but honestly, I've not used her even once. Well, I've used her, but not for her ability, because most of the time I found myself not having a board, and when I did have a board, the better play was to go into this OP G-Guard. Not Stripe, G-Guard. Slay Flare. Okay, Slay Flare returns one of your rear guards to the bottom of the deck, then you look at top 5 and call up to 2 cards with different grades to the Guardian Circle. This helped me sack the Perfect Guard more times than I can count, because Gurguit's ability can sack you the Perfect Guard as well, but it's top 4, and whenever I use Slay Me, like, I think I've used it 5 times, and 3 times it was the 5th card. I mean, when I use Gurguit, it usually was in top 4, because this deck, when you put your faith in it, when you put your faith in the light, it will pay back really well. So, yeah. Last thing I can say, this deck is quite BS, to be honest. It has a lot of offense, ridiculous defense. It can refill all its cost, and if you choose to play certain cards, it can screw over Link Joker pretty badly. I mean, all you need to really do to screw over Link Joker is replace the Dongal with Grand Dazzle Scissors and take like these 2 out, or like any 2 of these 3 for Mithril Essels. Or you can even bump down Sketch Point to 2. You can actually play 4 Mithril Essels as well. But I wouldn't recommend that because that's a bit overextended, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile, guys. I think this deck is really, really amazing after playing it during the weekend. I'm probably gonna try and build it because it's not too expensive, and the results it gets for the price is insane, honestly. If you're gonna start and build any deck, pick yourself up 2 of the starter decks and build this. Honestly, do it. Like, this deck is so good. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next deck profile. This has been DP from Team Triple Drive signing out.